Hey everybody, this is Tamika and I am here with the Craft Fair series, episode number 12. This is the best of. I am trying to squeeze one more in before the swap reveals happen, and I think the videos will start uploading tomorrow. So that is for the Swapapalooza. If you guys aren't following, I have checked out a few videos. I'm excited. I haven't opened any packages, so I'm excited to see them just as well as you guys are, so to see what the surprises are. So stay tuned for those videos. So anyway, Craft Fair series, we're doing Ghirardelli holders. Now, there's always a chocolate component to every booth that I go to, at least every paper craft booth that I visit. There's always like some Hershey Kisses or even a cocoa pack or peppermints or some kind of sweet element that is there, and it's usually fairly inexpensive, like $1, $1.50. It's usually pretty Hershey packs and things like that. So I decided to make Ghirardelli chocolate holders. So and this again is another gift that you can give as a Secret Santa or as a coworker, a thank you, just to say, you know, hi or good job or something. This is also one of those elevated type. It's a tiny bit of elevation into it, and some people just wrap them up like in a nugget holder, which is also at a craft fair. You can't miss a craft fair booth without having those nugget holders, which I will be doing as well. But I wanted to do Ghirardelli chocolate holders because everybody loves a good Ghirardelli square, right? And they love the caramel with the luscious filling. Gotta love those. So I wanted to do that. I made like a little pouch, as you guys can see, so I'll do a tutorial. I did another treat way. It's a bit easier and less work and more, you're able to do it in more of an assembly line, more so than this. So I wanted to step it up a little bit for those that are doing it for like a gift giving, so like for coworkers or something like that. So anyway, this is how they look. Oh my gosh, they are so cute. Listen. The cute little bells, how adorable is that? You can always put like a to from label on the back if you want. Super cute. I just stamped them simply with little sentiments. Merry Christmas. I have another sentiment here. Peace and joy to you and yours. Really cute. I just love this. This is so cute. And it's made very inexpensively. Cute. And then I just attached a little, that's why they're not falling out. Thought it was magic, didn't you? Nope, I attached a tiny bit of ATG tape on the back. You can also use like a little bit of hot glue, just like put the hot glue right there, let it like kind of air dry a little bit, and quickly put the Ghirardelli square on the back so you don't melt the wrapper. You know, you can do that. Repositionable tape, whatever, but just so that in transit these aren't falling all everywhere and people aren't slipping them into their pockets at your craft fair. You know what I'm saying? Because Ghirardelli chocolate squares are a commodity. So anyway, this is super cute and I love how they turned out. So this is good. I think I'm going to price these at $1 because one, they're just a little piece of chocolate. You could do $1.50 if you want. I think that's pushing it a bit. You're still getting a good flip from it. The Ghirardelli squares are they come like, well, I purchased mine like this. You can get them in a bulk if you have a Sam's Club or something like that, if you plan on making a lot. So I am going to check out my Sam's, which is something that I should have done before, but I picked these up because they were on sale at my grocery store. And they were two or five, so they were only $2.50, but normally they are $4. So, and you get 10 of these. So if you got 10 of them for $4 and you get, so what I was going to say, you 10 of them for $4 and you sell them each for $1. So that would, you know, you would be making 10 bucks, out of them. But if you do $1.50, of course you get more. But if you buy them in bulk, that would be a better choice too. So I just thought that since I had them for $2.50, I was only spending $2.50, but I was making 10. That's a better flip for me. But I would not have purchased these had they been full price. Okay, so you can also stuff other little things in, like Hershey Nuggets is a better deal. Halloween candy you can get around that time, you know, stuff like that. The idea is to like get a little chocolate treat and put it in this little box and wrap it up so you can sell like little chocolate treats. People always look for little chocolate treats when they're searching a craft fair. So that's what I'm doing today. We're doing these little pockets for these Ghirardelli squares, and They're good for craft fairs, okay for craft fairs rather, but they're good for teacher gifts, so, or coworker gifts, or neighbor, or Secret Santa, or stuff like that, to say like hello. So that's the idea behind it today. I am going to make, since I bought two sets of these, I am going to make one in this style and one in the other style that I'm going to show you right after that. Right after this, I'm going to show you a quick little pouch way. So because like I said, I bought 2 for $5, so I might as well use up my stash for my craft fair, right? So let me show you how I made these. I am going to go right into the tutorial, so come and craft and chat with me. I'm going to first show you this one, which is super cute. Like, this one I absolutely love, and these are just so quick and easy to make. So here's the little Ghirardelli, and look at this adorable little pouch. Super fast and fun, and I said before, it's an easy, quick assembly line type of project. You can stuff a lot of little goodies in here, and it's very inexpensive. You can use things from your stash. This project is using these embellished gift tags. Now, these tags came from Target. They were only $1. They're in the bullseye section of Target, and they're embellished gift tags, and they were black and gold. And I'm using this Paper Studio paper. I use this for the tags that I made in the swap video, and this is Gifts of Gold, if I didn't mention that already. Paper Studio Hobby Lobby. It was 40% off of $6.99, and I just grabbed one of these sheets of paper, and it's a 6x6 paper pad. So this was super fun to make. You can also use, if you purchase, some of you said you went out to Walmart and you got those tags for the pillow box episode number, I don't know, 11, I think. And those tags that were left, you could still use those too, and just use plain white cardstock. You know, you can still do that. So we're going to make one of these right now, and you can use these not only for the craft fair, but you can use these for like gifts for Halloween if you do that, or treats for the kids. Okay. So you're just going to cut down a sheet of cardstock. I'm going to cut this down. This is just going to be 5.5 by 5.5 square. Okay. Okay, the side that you want to show. So I wanted to show this fun side. This is going to be this flip down, and the inside. The side that you want to show is the side that you want face up. So all you're going to do is meet corner to corner like such. Even. Use your bone folder or something. Okay, so you have that. You're going to take this corner. I'm going to flip it towards me. You're going to take this corner, and you're going to try to meet it to the middle as much as you can. As even as you can. Meet it to the middle. Give it a good press. Okay, open it up. See this line that you made, this crease that you made, this corner. Fold it up so that this line lines up with that line. So that line is going to go parallel, like sit right on that seam. And then you're going to fold it this piece here. And you're going to do the same thing. Just keep your corners, keep everything flat. You're going to do the same thing to the other side. So move this out the way. This edge is going to line up with this edge. So just bring it, angle it so that that edge lines up. Give that a crease. You do not have to use any glue or tape for this. So you can hold that just like that. Separate the two pieces. That's going to fold down. Crease it. You have your pocket. Stick in your chocolate. You don't have to use any glue or anything, but you know me, I like to have an added measure. I add a piece of glue right there and on the tips of each. So let me show you. So I added a glue there. This is after I fold it, and hold that down. And then on the inside of the other one, I add a glue. I hold that down, and then I add a little dot right there. You don't have to. You can only add a little dot right here at the end, and make sure that all that, you can just add a strip of dot on the inside, a strip of hot glue on the inside, and just fold that down. That'll hold all the pieces underneath. You could do that too. Okay, and then you would take your label just like we did with the what am I trying to say? Pillow box. Take your label, your scratch sheet of paper, okay, and then layer it on some cardstock. We're just going to cut around it just to add some dimension, something that pokes out, separates itself from the craft itself. I'm going to add a little bit of dimensional to the bottom or to the back. Add 2 little pieces of pop dot. You know I got to add my squirt of hot glue. Layer that right across. That way the recipient can add their to from on there. Add your little pocket. You can make these super fast. You can keep them at 6x6. 6x6 still works if you don't want to cut down. It still works, just a little bit bigger, but it still works. I just thought the 5.5 by 5.5, because look, this is all a little extra that it's going to be. It's not going to be a whole bunch. But the 5.5 by 5.5 is a little snugger, and it just hugs the chocolate a little better. But the 6x6 works. Really cute, really simple and easy. So these I'm going to make again in the other half of the pack that I have. So, and I may go back and buy some more so I can have a good size inventory for my craft table. But just want to show you guys another option for the packets. So let me show you how to make the boxes that I first showed you. All right, the little step up that I did. Okay, for that I'm using this Ice Crystals paper pad I got from Michael's. It was on sale for $5.99. It's a 12 by 12 paper pad. It's a hot buy at Michael's. Again, it's by Craftsmith. It's called Ice Crystals. Okay. And I'm going to cut that down. Of course, we don't need but a little bit. I'm gonna move some of this other stuff out of the way. That's going to be cut down to 6.5 by 5. And I saved all these other pieces because I was using them for the little sentiment that I needed for the stamp that I'm using. Okay, so these are the other items that we're going to need. Have them all on my little scoreboard here. You're going to need a stamp to put, or I use the stamp to put on the front of mine. Of course, you'll need some dimensionals, pop dots. You can use chipboard. I've used chipboard plenty of times. Some kind of twine or jute or something to tie your bells on with. I'm using these bells that came from the Dollar Tree. Depending on what size you get, they got 50, 25, 100, I believe, and they're $1. These are 50 count. They come in silver and gold and red. And then I'm using this Hero Arts stamp set. It's a Christmas clear stamp set from Michael's. And I'm trying to see the title of it. It doesn't say anything. Hero Arts CL722. Just a Christmas stamp set. Of course, your stamp block and scoreboard. All right. As for the dimensions for your cardstock, on the 5-inch side, you want to score at a 1/2 inch and then 1 inch. Whoops. And flip it to the opposite side and do the same thing. 1/2 inch, then 1 inch. Turn it, score it 1 1/4, then 1 3/4, then 4 1/4. All right, I found it helpful to fold everything over first before cutting and give it a nice sharp score, or give it a nice sharp burnish. Get some really crisp, ooh, nice little whistle there. Give it a really crisp bone. Okay, everything's all folded over. So we're going to go to the end. There's some ends here. There's the where the two score marks are. We're going to opposite side of that. Take your scissors. We're going to cut. There's two ends right here, two larger ends. We're going to cut at there's a score mark here. We're going to cut right at this score mark. There's two pieces, 1, 2. We're going to cut those out. And I would cut on the outer side plus a tiny extra little smidge to give it room to fold down. So we're going to cut that out like that. And do the same thing to the other side. Cut at the score mark to the score mark. And then on the outer side of that score, you're going to cut that off. So that's what you have. Okay. Then we're going to cut these tiny little squares in the middle. We're just going to cut those puppies all the way out. Just cut them all the way out. And you're going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay. And there. So you should have something that looks like this. Alright, I used my ATG tape and my hot glue. So there should be two score, there should be a ½ inch, then a space, and ½ inch, and the same thing down here. Half, space, half. On the outer halves, you're going to apply some adhesive, whether it's hot glue, wet glue, or sticky ATG tape. You're going to apply tape on the outer, tape on the outer, tape on the outer, tape on the outer, and then a piece of tape on the edge of this bigger flap. Fold that down, give it a crease, fold that onto the ½ inch to the left of it, fold this onto the ½ inch to the left of it, fold this one to the left of it, and fold this one, and give them all a good press. This is to allow it to have some stability. All right, you want to fold that in again and press it. Okay, now you want to, this is what you should have. So just fold it up just like so. And then I add hot glue. I make sure that it all lines up, and I add a wick of hot glue right there. I'm going to do off camera over here. And line up, make sure everything lines up properly. That ½ inch should match to the end of the other side perfectly. And you want to do the same thing to this side. And then make sure that that's lined up. There you go. You should have you a nice sturdy box. Okay? So that's it for that part. Now I'm going to use, you can use whatever. I'm going to use this scallop punch. This is from Marby. Okay? And this is where my little leftovers come in handy. And I just save my pieces anyway. Just the bigger pieces, I save them as a rule of thumb. I'm going to use this, let's see. I'm going to use, this darker piece here. This is brown. Punch out a little piece. That looks good together. Just to give it a nice little contrast. Okay. And then I'm going to stamp. This is a nice stamp set. I used a coupon on this, 50% off coupon. Take this Memento ink in Tuxedo Black. And I'm going to stamp Merry Christmas on here. Easy peasy. And I did that in assembly line style as well. I just stamped out 9 of them and kept going until I was done and made my boxes all at the same time. You know, cut my paper all the same. I kind of did it like that. I'm going to add 2 dimensionals to the back. And I'm going to set that to the side for a moment. I'm going to grab my hemp, or whatever this cording is, and 2 of my bells. You can ring my bell, ring my bell. Okay, so I'm going to leave, I just took a length, I didn't measure anything. I'm going to leave a little bit on the end so that I'm able to tie, and then I just wrapped it around once, a second time while I'm holding it, and then I tied it in just a one tie, not a knot, because if I tie it in a knot, you're stuck with that size, and if it's not tight, you're just stuck. So I just tied it in a quick, just a tie. Then, runaway bells. And then I add it, I'm holding it with my finger, and I'm adding my bell with the other hand. And this has a nice little loop on it where you can just thread these quite easily. Okay, get that down there. And then I just gather the other side of the string, and then now I can tie that in a knot. Very easy. And the third one to seal the deal. Cut it close. You can tie it in a bow if you want to fuss with all that. Y'all know me and bows, we just don't get along, so not even gonna fool with it. So I take my backing off. I'm gonna add some hot glue to the pop dots. Layer it on there, and then go in there and just give it a good press. Got my chocolate. Add my little piece of ATG. Done. Well, I want this to be a smidge lower. There we go. Look how cute that is. Adorable! And then we have these, which are just as adorable. See how cute that is? That's what we made earlier as another idea. So hopefully you guys will try these out. And like I said, better to catch these as a deal at your store. But these would go better with if you're doing them as like a co-worker gift or something like that. But just have like a little chocolate or something at your stand, or do one just to attract them over. You know, you gotta give to get sometimes. But these are just a good thing to have, and they're quick, they're easy, and fun to do. So hopefully you guys like this craft. Let me know what you guys think, and if you try them, please check the comments below. You guys always leave awesome ideas and tips and tricks on where you can get things like this. I would check your Sam's Club, or if you have a big box bulk store like that, or fill it with other treats. Try this box with something else with the same shape that's cheaper or less expensive. So try that. I'm just throwing out suggestions here, guys. So I'm gonna do my other bag in these, like in this style. Yeah, I hope you like it. That's it. Stay tuned tomorrow for the swap reveal videos, and thank you guys so much for liking these videos. I appreciate you all, and I will see you next time. Bye.